Happy Saturday, my friends. Lissa here for another vlog. And in today's vlog, I want to talk about my visa process. It's been a long road, yet I still have a small amount of things to do to get my green card to stay in the United States. So I wanted to go over all of that here with you because I've had a lot of people ask about it. Some people are actually going through the process and they've asked me, and I go into great detail, but to make things easier, I'm just going to make this video so that people can hear from my perspective going through the Fiance visa, the K2 Fiance visa. So we just got back from Portland. We took a 10-hour road trip. So it's about 5.5 hours to Portland and 5.5 hours back for a 10-minute appointment where I had my fingerprints done, my biometrics. And that is one of the first steps to getting my green card here. We have filed for that. So that's coming up in the next couple of months. But to get my fiance visa, it's been a long process. We started talking to our lawyer in about June of 2018. So it's been a while ago. And in June, we started talking about the possibility of me coming over to the United States from Canada. I'm originally from Edmonton, Alberta, and I am immigrating to Ashland, Oregon. So we talked to our lawyer and eventually got all the paperwork together and the money ready because it's cost me over $6,000 US to do this entire process, and that's including travel to do things that are related to the visa. So in August 26th, I believe, in 2018, we filed the petition to have me come over. Filed that, and then it was about 6 or 7 months or so. It was mid-February where I got the notice that my petition had been approved. So at this point, I am no longer allowed to leave Canada to enter the United States. So I wasn't allowed to go visit Nate, which sucked, but he was able to come up to Canada to visit with me. And we would spend maybe like 4 days together at a time with 1 month in between each visit. It was a really tough time. I just didn't want to risk the red flag that it would cause, so I didn't end up going to the United States. So between February of 2019 and March, April, I believe it was end of April when I got the notice to book my appointment to get my actual visa interview. And this was going to take place in Montreal. And I had to take a medical exam, and it had to be scheduled within 10 days of my interview. So I scheduled it 3 days before my interview. I flew to Montreal in July. I had my medical exam, which cost probably about 600 and something Canadian. I had to get a urine sample, a chest x-ray. They checked my eyes. They asked me a ton of questions. What else did they do? I got a vaccine. What else? Just a bunch of checks at that medical place. And then once I got those back over the weekend, I had to wait. So I just hung around Montreal, which was really fun. And then I got my medical stuff back and went to my interview. Once I got the interview, they took my passport away and they were going to add the fiance visa into my passport. So that visa is basically from the date they put it in my passport, I had 6 months to activate it. And activating it means entering the United States. Once I entered the United States, I would have 3 months to marry Nate. So basically the 30-day fiance, so it's basically the 90-day fiance kind of deal. I had 3 months to marry Nate. So I decided to trigger the visa by entering the United States to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival. Because I was going to the festival anyways, that was the date that was going to trigger the visa. So it triggered the visa, and then from that point, I had 3 months to marry Nate. We decided to get married at the Woodstock Fruit Festival because it was going to be the easiest. We were around family and all of our fruity friends, so it was the best place to get married. Once we did that, I was not allowed to leave the United States now. I'm not allowed to leave the United States until I get my green card. So once we got married, then we flew back to Oregon. We found a place, and I still don't have a bank account. I'll get a bank account once I get my green card. I don't have a couple things. I have a new cell phone plan and all of that, but soon, soon I'll be able to do it. But until then, I'm not allowed to leave the United States, and we're just waiting on the petition. So we petitioned to get the green card, and I was called to Portland to get my fingerprints done, and that is where we are at so far. So it's been just over a year and a half, I would say, since we started the entire process. And yeah, I'm hoping that it's almost done. Once I get my green card, I will get like a social security number, and then I can technically get a job and stay in the United States. I can leave and come back as I please. So that will be good. And then once I have, I'm not sure if it's 3 years, but I think it's 3 years of successful marriage with Nate, which will be, I will be able to apply to get dual citizenship if I desire. So that's the whole process of the Fiance visa. And as I said, it's cost a lot of money, and they don't really give you a choice necessarily on dates. Like when I got the date for the biometrics, they said January 30th at 8 a.m. That's your appointment. If you don't go, we consider your petition abandoned. So you really have to like arrange your life around what's going on. And when I got my interview in Montreal, I got the request to apply for the interview in April, and they had July 10th, the 18th, and something else, and that was it. I was like, okay, I'll take July 10th, and then I booked my plane ticket and hotel around that date, and I booked my medical exam around that specific date. Because they don't really give you a lot of options, you kind of have to go with the flow of what's going on. So I wanted to shed a little light into those who were wondering how the process went. It's quite easy. Everybody has been very, very friendly and open with me, very helpful. So that's been really nice. Like I haven't had anybody be really stubborn or hard on me through this process, which I deeply appreciate because this is such an unknown thing for me. We did decide to go with a lawyer, and that was a great idea because we didn't want to fill out all the paperwork and do all of that kind of stuff. So she did all of that, and she's been great. So that's good. But now we're just waiting for that final interview where I will go to Portland and get my green card. Finally, the green card's costing, I think, like $1,140 US, and the biometrics was $85. It's been quite expensive, but it's worth it because I get to be here with Nate. I've got my kitties, I've got my new family here, and it's been wonderful. So I wanted to share that. We had a wonderful time going to Portland. We hung out at Pixie Retreat with Jonah, which was really nice. And now we're back here. It's again Saturday. We went to the gym. We had a good 1 hour workout, and then we just kind of chilled for most of the day. I've got mushrooms in the dehydrator, getting ready for some cucumber noodle mushroom marinara. And I'm thinking I will make some pasta for Jacob and his friend that's over. So we'll make that pasta, but we'll use the raw mushrooms, onions, tomatoes, and tomato sauce and just add it to the pasta so they have some raw food with their cooked pasta, which will be really cool. We'll be able to eat all together and enjoy the Saturday night. That said, I think I will sign off for today. Just wanted to share that, and I will be back again tomorrow as usual. And please watch for the falafel video. I am posting that as well, so head on over and watch that if you've been itching to enjoy one of those awesome falafel burgers. We'll be doing more burger style things in the future, also more recipe videos, so stay tuned. Like and subscribe to the channel to get notifications for more. Click that little bell so whenever we do post a new video, you get notified right away. If you want to enjoy some awesome recipes right now, as of this filming, I have them at 30% off for digital ebooks. If you want to get that 30% off, use code Portland and you'll get 30% off digital copies. You can get the link right here, paste that into your browser, or you can find the link in the description box below, but use code Portland and you'll get 30% off of any digital ebooks from that website. This will be going on probably until the end of February once we finish our retreat that we're doing with Ted CARR. And if you're still interested in joining in with us, we have a couple spots left. It's healthywealthyvegan.com. Sign up and apply to join us. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, so find me on Instagram at Raw Food Romance, on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, and on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan. Hello, Raja. How are you today, Raja? Thank you guys again for watching my little vlog. I hope you learned something about the visa process and what we've been going through. And yeah, love you guys, and fruit on.